Welcome back to Honest Information for Powerful Lives. Today I'm going to answer a question about a video that I did a little bit ago, and you can look for the title, 3 Basic Rules That Will Change Your Home. And I had a couple people ask me questions about it, so I'm going to answer those today. This is a parenting section where I'm giving different tips, and this one's going to be kind of short. But in the last video about the 3 basic rules that will change your home, I gave an illustration of a gentleman named Sam. Now, his real name was not Sam. I believe in protecting people's identity, but I can use the illustration because I've changed a lot of the particulars in it. But Sam showed up at a class I was teaching. There were about 14 other people in the class, and it was for social services, and it was a court-ordered class, so they had to pass my class or they would not be able to keep their children or their child. Sam came in. He was not happy the first night, very grumpy, very angry. And the second night, I gave him an exercise to do in front of the class, which we really had to work on getting him to get up and do that exercise. But after that, what Sam did was he showed up every night, and this is what people wanted to know. They wanted to know, what happened to Sam? Well, he showed up every night early. He brought his notebook. He studied very hard and became one of my favorite students in the class because he was working so hard to put things together so him and his children could have a better life. And on the last night, I was getting ready to leave, and he said, "Can I walk you out to your car?" And I said, "Sure." Well, we went out to the car, and he walked over to his truck, and he came and he gave me 2 dozen roses and said that his life was forever changed and that his children would have a better life because he knew what to do now and he knew how to handle situations properly. Now, that was not on me. It was lovely of him to do that for me. But that's what all of us need. Life is hard, and sometimes we don't understand the circumstances we are in, and especially children. Children are relying on parents to teach them how to have a good life. And if you don't, and if the school system doesn't, or the school system or other friends or whatever tell them the wrong stuff, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to have a hard time and a hard life. Actually, what I'm doing and what you need is like putting a puzzle together. If you have ever gotten a large puzzle, 500 to 1,000 pieces, and you've had several people playing with you or working with you to put this puzzle together, and one person says, "I'll work on the blue part," or "I'll work on this space over here," or "I'll do this because I think it's the truck, and I'll put this piece together." And they're each looking for very specific pieces, and everybody's working on their little part and hoping the whole thing goes together. And unfortunately, if you've gotten a bad box, or maybe during the process a puzzle piece was dropped on the floor or went under a chair, or the dog ate it or whatever, you can finish the puzzle and you're putting in the last couple of pieces, but you got this big hole where there's one piece missing. And then forever, when you look at that puzzle, you see the hole first, because that's the part that didn't get fixed. That's like our lives, you know? If you concentrate on one thing in your life, you don't see the other puzzle pieces. And then you can come over here and concentrate on this, so you've got 2 things going. But it sneaks up on you, because by the time you get to the end of your life, or you get to a hard place in your life when you need that one puzzle piece and you don't have it, and things begin to fall apart, And some people get so mad with their lives, they're just shoving the whole puzzle off the table. I get it. Life is hard and there's a lot of pieces to juggle. But that's what I'm here for, because I love helping you search for those puzzle pieces. Search for the things that you need to put your life together or to put your children together. Now, I've told you before that there's millions of parenting books, but I have a problem with a lot of them because they want to tell you, do this specifically this way. Do these 10 steps and your life will be wonderful and you won't need me or anybody else anymore. And that's a lie, because we're all different. I have a different personality from yours. Your kids have a different personality from you. And one-step solutions never work for the whole life. They may get you some peace for a while. They may fix one particular thing, but you need to know all the parameters to put it all together to get a solution that works for life. And you can't do that in a 3-minute video bite. And you can't do that when you're concentrating on this, because some author said, do these 3 things and your life will be okay. Or do these 10 things and your kid will be okay. No. There will always be something else because you have to take care of the whole puzzle. You can't concentrate on one piece because what about this one over here? Or what about this one down here? So I hope that you will keep listening, because it is my joy and I would love to help you crack the code on the drama in your life. And that doesn't always come from a list, and it doesn't always come from one video. It comes from putting it all together. Let me give you an example. I was counseling with a family here a year or so ago, and they had 3 kids, and 2 of them were just wonderful and happy and having a great time and having a good life. And one of them, a teenager, was very angry and having a hard time. And they said, can you help us? We can't figure this out. Seemed like good parents. Seemed like a wonderful home. The other kids were doing great. What's wrong with this kid? So I'm trying to figure it out. And when I don't like for people to come to my office, I go to their house, or if I can, or I go out to eat with them, or I do something so that I'm there. Remember, getting down on all fours with the kids. I'm there to see what's going on, because you're going to be different in an office sitting in a chair than you are when you're at home lounging around, or when you're out to eat. Well, we went out together to get something to eat after we talked for a while, and this teenager wanted to do something that was probably a little, there was nothing wrong with it, but just a different thing to do than would be normal for that family. And I'm asking the teenager questions. Well, that sounds exciting. Well, what are you going to do about this? Or how are you going to handle that? To kind of lead him into making a good decision. And he said one thing, and I saw Mom, and when she did that, I looked at the teenager, and he instantly got mad and shut up. He wouldn't talk anymore. I thought, oh no, this is going to be a bad situation when they get home. So I took the extra time. I went home with them, and I talked to Mom, and I talked to Dad. And I said, here's the puzzle piece that you're missing. You can talk to a 2-year-old and say, you will not go near the stove. It will hurt you. I will not allow you to do that. Or you can use your facial expression to let a 4-year-old know that you are serious about what you're talking about. But when you get into teenage life, there's a different puzzle piece. You have to lead and guide them. They are excited about life and they want to try different things. And you have to be their mentor at that point. You have to be the person that says, well, that sounds cool. Let's talk about it. Let's figure out all the parameters and lead them and guide them into a decision. If you turn them off with a bad face or an angry look yourself, you will have instant anger in them. So you see, life can't be brought down to a few things and that's it. Like I said in other videos, you can have 3 basic rules that are your foundation, but then you've got to learn the whole parameters of your puzzle for life. And I am honored and overjoyed because I love to help people. I love to help you find those little puzzle pieces and crack the code on the drama in your family. So today, I hope you will subscribe and keep listening. I hope you will go to my website and look at my resources. I hope you will send me a comment and let me know if I'm starting to get through and helping you crack the code on the drama in your house. Because life with kids is rewarding and wonderful, and I want that for you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.